Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I was craving doing like a foundation review. I really wanted to try a new foundation. There have been a couple that have launched recently or that I've ordered that I really want to try. So I asked you guys over on Instagram to choose between the Tower 28 Sunny Days Tinted Sunscreen and the RCMA foundation, which has been talked about by a lot of people. Wayne Goss was the first person that I saw talk about it, and then Tati raved about it. So of course, after those two, I was like, okay, and I bought it. So I am going to try that one at some point. But as of now, on my poll on Instagram, it's like a 70-30 mix leaning toward Tower 28. So I'm just gonna go with the Tower 28. I haven't let the full day go by with the voting, but I'm assuming that the majority of you guys would want to see this first. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna be testing out this new Sunny Days tinted sunscreen from Tower 28. Now, the thing that like everyone's really excited about, it feels like, is this right here. Excuse my nails, they're a little chipped. I was cleaning all day yesterday and that, you know, it does things to your nails. But this is actually certified by the National Eczema Association. This is the first makeup product to ever get that stamp of approval, which is so cool. So Tower 28, if you don't know, they're a clean makeup brand, but they specifically focus on very sensitive skin. So all of their formulas are supposed to be not only clean ingredients, but great for sensitive skin. So I think that's amazing to have something like that. I think that's really special. Some other callouts that I'm personally excited about, this is a non-nano zinc oxide sunscreen in here, which is a mineral sunscreen. Again, you guys, if you've watched my videos before, you know that I personally lean toward a mineral sunscreen because I have acne-prone skin and zinc is more calming and I just prefer it in my products and in my sunscreens. It's also reef safe and alcohol free. Let's see what else. This was sent to me, by the way. Thank you, Tower 28, for sending this. It's $30. It's available in 14 flexible shades. I'm opening the pamphlet so I can make sure I kind of give you guys a good feel. It's got prickly pear, which is supposed to protect from blue light, white sage, and aloe vera. I love aloe vera, so that's exciting. It claims to have a natural finish, so not too dewy or too matte, so we'll see how that works out. It's supposed to not have any white cast or oxidation, which is awesome. You can apply it with your fingers or with a brush or sponge. Here's a good visual of the shade range, which I think is amazing, especially these shades here. Typically with a mineral sunscreen, since a mineral sunscreen is zinc, and zinc is like a chalky white substance, it's difficult to formulate with zinc in these deeper shades, and it looks like they did an amazing job. So if you have a medium to deep skin tone and you've tried this, I would love to hear how it worked on you. Are you liking it? All right, let's go ahead and try this out. That's pretty much all there is to know at this point. I was sent the shade 10 Larkmont. So the packaging is a really nice, hold on, let it focus. There we go. It's a really nice plastic lavender, and then you've got the little drop applicator here. So let's go ahead and apply it to one side of the face first. I guess I could show you. I actually really like the packaging. It looks like this shade will work for me. Okay, I'm just gonna apply it the way I apply like every product. So let's do this side because I do have more breakouts today. I'm gonna start by taking it with a brush and I'm just gonna blend this out all over. It doesn't have a smell to it. I saw that if you want more of a sheer coverage, you apply it with your fingertips. And if you're wanting more of like a medium coverage, you can apply it with a brush or a sponge. So I do feel like I'm getting like barely a medium coverage. It looks super natural on the skin though. I'm gonna take what's left on the back of my hand with my sponge and just press that into the skin. Okay, so that looks really nice. It's definitely pretty sheer. It canceled out some of the redness on my face compared to this side, but not too much. I wasn't expecting a ton of coverage. It is a tinted sunscreen, but that's where we're at right now. The finish right now is more dewy, but we'll see if it sets down at all. So there you have it. This is without, this is with. I feel like I do have a little more even tone. It feels really nice on the skin. So let's go ahead and apply it to the other side. This is a product that I would use on a more chill, casual day. So I don't mind if there's not a full coverage going on here. I reach for tinted products on days like that where I just want a little something. So let's go ahead and apply it to this side of the face. And by the way, I just washed my face and applied a light moisturizer before this. I skipped sunscreen because it includes sunscreen, and I didn't want to mess with the formula with like a sunscreen underneath. I wanted to see how it would perform on its own. Okay, now that I've blended out both sides, I do feel like there's a freshness to this. Like my skin looks really, really healthy. I'm gonna press that in with my sponge. This is super skin-like. I'm checking up close to see if there's any settling or grabbing, and I'm not seeing any dry patches that it's clinging to or anything like that. So yeah, I'm actually really impressed with the application. It feels like skincare on the skin, and that shade is great for me. All right, I'm just gonna do a quick makeup look everywhere else. We're gonna keep it pretty simple. I'm gonna take my Kosas Revealer Concealer. This is in the shade 1. I'm gonna keep this pretty close to the eyes so that I can really see what's going on the rest of the face. I do wanna cover a couple of blemishes that I don't want peeking through, but I'm not gonna really worry about the cheeks or anything like that because I really wanna see how this wears. So I'm just gonna press that in with a sponge. This is my first turtleneck of the year. Well, I think I've worn like a turtleneck sweater, but this is like an actual turtleneck shirt, and I couldn't be more happy. I could live in a turtleneck forever. It's my favorite kind of shirt to wear. I just feel so cozy and like, yeah, I love turtlenecks, so it's a good day today. I'm gonna take my M Cosmetics So Soft bronzer stick in the shade Terra. I tried this out in my Allure Best of Beauty award winner video. I'll have that link down below if you missed it. I'm just gonna apply that all over. Things are looking so fresh right now. I really like that. We are going to take a little cream blush. I wanted to use one of the Tower 28 Beach Please blushes. I've got these two. I've actually never tried this brighter shade. Maybe I should. Yeah, I'll try this color. It's in the shade Rush Hour. I'm gonna dip the bottom of my sponge into this, tap it on the back of my hand, and then smile and apply it to the apples of the cheeks. That is a pretty color. It's like the perfect peachy coral. I flipped my sponge over and I'm just kind of blending out the edges. So you guys probably know I always set my entire face with powder. That's just how I do every product, so I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna be using a powder that I'm super familiar with, the Thrive Cosmetics Filtered Effects Soft Focus HD Setting Powder. This is one of my favorites. I'm just gonna press that underneath the eyes and in the T-zone. So far, products are really layering up super well on top of this tinted foundation. I'm taking a larger brush and just tapping a little bit of powder on the cheeks as well. I always set the cheeks because I have discoloration there and I just don't want that to fade throughout the day. I'm just gonna press the powder with my sponge to get rid of any powdery finish. I'm gonna layer up a little powder bronzer. This is the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer, one of my favorites. I'm just gonna add a little more of that cream blush to the cheeks. I'm gonna skip highlight because I don't want that to confuse me with how the foundation wears. Let's do brows. I'm just gonna use my Anastasia Brow Definer. We are gonna use bronzer as eyeshadow today. My favorite way to do an everyday eye look. And then for mascara, I'm gonna take my Maybelline Lash Sensational and apply this to the top and bottom lashes. Okay, I'm gonna wipe off any foundation that got on the lips. And I'm gonna line the lips with my Makeup Forever pencil in Wherever Walnut, which is a really nice, just pinky nude. I'm gonna fill in the lips just so that the color lasts a little longer underneath the next product I'm gonna put on. Okay, I'm gonna top that off with one of my favorite lip products ever. This is the Tower 28 Shine On Lip Jelly in the shade Coconut. I also am obsessed with the shade Chill. And then, oh, what's the brown shade that I love? Hold on, I gotta tell you guys because these are just incredible. If you don't have them, maybe put them on your wish list for the Sephora sale, which by the way, that's coming up soon. I will be doing a video of my recommendations and things. Cashew is the other one that I love. But Coconut is just that great everyday pink color. So that's what I'm gonna wear on top of this. This color actually looks gorgeous by itself if you didn't wanna wear a lip liner. Let's assess the situation and add a little more bronzer, just a little bit. I think I've got enough blush. I'm gonna make sure that the powder is really locked in right here in the T-zone. And then you guys know I normally like to do setting spray at this point, but when I'm trying out a foundation, I don't really want a setting spray to interfere with the wear of it. So I'm just gonna go straight into brow gel. I'm gonna use my go-to Benefit brow setter and just run that through the brows. I feel like I need an inner corner highlight. So I'm gonna take my Pat McGrath highlight. This is the one that I tried out in the Allure video, which again is linked down below. It has like a pink and gold shift, which I thought would be really pretty with this pink lip and also like the blush color. So I'm just gonna pop that in the inner corner, maybe drag it onto the eyelid a little bit. Okay, I better stop. Let's get to our wear test. So what I'm loving about this right now is how it feels. It just feels so comfortable on the skin. I'm really hoping that it wears well. It looks so smooth. Like after I set it with powder, it just kind of like melted even more into the skin. So it plays well with other products, which is really great because I've had tinted like moisturizer products before that like don't layer well with other things. This one layers well if you are a makeup wearer, which is great. Yeah, it looks really nice. There's a tiny bit of settling right here next to my nose, but that happens with every product. I'm just pointing out everything before we do our wear test. Other than that, looks good to me. So let's see how it wears. It's 12 o'clock noon. We're gonna start wearing this for as long as possible today. I will do some check-ins throughout the day just to see, you know, how it wears hour by hour. But yeah, what do you guys think? I think it looks so pretty on the skin. And there's something reassuring about like a good for you formula that's good for sensitive skin, because especially with like my breakouts right now, it's nice knowing that this is something that won't upset that even more. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's get to it. I'll see you guys in a little bit for my first check-in. All right, so this is my first check-in. I went upstairs. It's a very beautiful sunny day today, so there's a lot of natural light coming in from my window. So here's what everything is looking like right after applying it. I'm still noticing like how comfortable it feels on the skin. Even though I did set it with powder, it feels a little bit like tacky, which just tells me that it's gonna be really hydrating throughout the day. So we'll see how it wears. I'm usually pretty picky with like how dewy my foundations get. With that being said, I do get oily in the T-zone with every product that I'm wearing, so you'll see how it wears. We'll wear it together all day long, but yeah, really loving how it feels. I looked in the mirror as well and it looks super fresh. Definitely a solid sheer to almost medium coverage. I don't feel like it's a full medium coverage, but you definitely get that even toned fresh look, which I really love, especially for an everyday product. So let's keep wearing it throughout the day, and I'm really hoping it wears well on me because I'm liking how it looks so far. All right, you guys, so it is currently 5:44, so almost 5:45, which means I've been wearing this for almost 6 hours. And so far, I'm loving it. I feel like even though it's pretty dewy in some areas, but listen, I've been cleaning the whole house, I've been baking, we've been prepping the house for Tylen, my husband's parents, to come, and so I've been like buzzing around and sweating, and this is how balanced it looks still. Like the sides of the face were already a little more dewy when I first started, so I'm not surprised that they look a little more dewy, but the center of the face is so balanced still. I mean, we're gonna have to wear this for a few more hours to see, because sometimes those last couple of hours things can really change. But I looked up close in the mirror and I love how natural this looks. It just feels like the longer I wear it, the more skin-like it looks, which is amazing. So this is what things are like, hour 6. Let's go ahead and wear it for a few more hours and see where we're at. All right, you guys, so it's the end of the night. It's currently 9:54 p.m. So we've almost been wearing this for 10 hours, which is a pretty solid wear test. I have to say, you guys, look how nice it looks. Obviously, there's a little bit of shine on the forehead. Again, my T-zone always gets oily, and for no touch-ups throughout the day, I'm really, really impressed, because usually with a tinted moisturizer type product, something that's a little bit thinner and just made for every day and more hydrating, usually by this time, after 10 hours with a tinted moisturizer, my entire face is super oily, which that's not even a deal breaker for me, because typically when I'm not doing a foundation review, I'll check on my makeup and I'll touch it up with powder if I need to. So knowing that it will last 10 hours without powder and look like this, thumbs up from me. I've really, really loved it. It's a product that I felt like throughout the day as I checked on my makeup in the mirror, it looked better and better. And even though, you know, it's not ideal as far as the shine goes on my forehead, powder is going to fix that in 2 seconds. And for the most part and through the majority of the day, it just started to look more and more skin-like the longer I wore it, which I absolutely loved. So I am really happy to basically report that this lived up to the hype. I personally saw a lot of hype around this product, at least on my corner of Instagram. The reviews on Sephora have also been really promising, so I had really high hopes for this. I love how it's a clean formula. I love how it's mineral sunscreen. This is definitely something that I will reach for those more everyday occasions where I want my skin to kind of have a break from other makeup, like trying other makeup. Since it's a formula that's gonna be good for sensitive skin, I feel like on my days off, if I still want a little bit of coverage or a little bit of redness to be canceled out, this would be a great product for me for that. So I'm so happy that I tried it. I know a lot of you guys were interested in that product, so just know that it has a thumbs up from me. Based on today's wear, I'm excited to wear it again. I would love to know in the comments if you guys have tried this and what you think, because I'm just one person with one skin type, so I would love to hear if you have dry skin or more oily skin, how this product worked for you so we can help each other out in the comments. I'm more combination, so oily in the T-zone, everywhere else stays pretty balanced. Before I close, I do want to kind of add a little bit of powder on the forehead. I like to do this sometimes just to see how it would touch up if I were doing my normal routine. So I'm just going to take that same Thrive Cosmetics powder. I had my mirror backwards, that's not very helpful. And I'm just going to kind of dust this in the areas that I would want to tone down the shine and see how it layers on top. Yeah, I think that looks really nice. When I look up close, there are a little bit of areas where it's starting to look a little bit worn in, if that makes sense. I did want to make sure to point out before I forget that my smile lines didn't collect too much product. I'm not sure if that's because it's more of a thin formula or if it's just not a product that really settles into fine lines, but I did want to point that out because it's something that typically happens with other foundations. So yeah, that definitely refreshed it. For 10 hours, I think that's a great time as far as wear for a tinted moisturizer type product. I don't think there's like a long wear claim on this at all, so I'm really impressed overall. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope that you found it helpful. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button, and if you're already a subscriber, you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. So that's it for me today. Let me know what foundation I should try next. I am such a sucker for new foundations. I personally really want to try this one. Let me know if you'd like to see that in an upcoming video, or if there's any other complexion products or foundation reviews you'd like to see from me. Leave that in the comments down below. I hope you guys have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.